Today's horoscope, Leo November 9th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. The moon spends all day in your sector of balance, partnership, and compromise. Having company or letting in some feedback in a balanced way helps you get in better touch with your feelings and ideas right now. The moon in the sign opposite yours doesn't help with decisiveness, but it does offer you the ability to see and appreciate both sides of a story. Finding a balance can't be forced, but you can certainly aspire towards it, and peacemaking can be rewarding now. There can be satisfying conversations about creative or entertainment interests. Later today and into tomorrow, you are aware that you need to make changes, but you could be struggling with a desire to keep things as they are or were. You've been craving more peace and quiet these days, and perhaps wanting to do things your own way. A sudden need for companionship can create a bit of a clash or conundrum. Once past this, you'll find ways to settle your mind. Anytime you experience a new moon in Scorpio like the one we had recently, it is a somewhat uncomfortable experience. This occurs for a few reasons. While new moons are known to be friendlier and more energizing than full moons, the zodiac sign of Scorpio is still a very challenging energy for you to align with. Scorpio is a fellow fixed sign, which makes it rigid and stuck in its ways just as you are. Know that this is provoking you to open your eyes to new ways of approaching intimacy and emotion. Is there something you feel passionate about? You might have an idea worth pitching when the moon in Aquarius sextiles Mercury in Sagittarius. This idea could be something that you have toyed with for quite some time. You might have mentally reworked, refined, and processed how you would bring this idea to life. Then again, it might be something new that comes to you on a whim. Regardless of how much thought you put into this idea, you should pitch it to your colleagues or clients. Have the courage to share your creative process. This is a good day for you in your close relationships. The energy is there to feel all the security you need, while at the same time acknowledging the reality that those closest to you may need a little space. Whatever you can do to help this kind of experience along is recommended. Have flowers delivered, take a deep breath when you don't have the words to express yourself, and wait to see what the other person has to say. This in itself can make you feel relaxed and well. It's time to get serious about your financial situation and take some action in your career. It's in day, and the beauty of this number is its ability to give you more clarity and concrete solutions in this area of your life. Sit down and think about your current situation, and above all, avoid the shopping malls today. Keep in mind that not everything in life can be a constant party. Someone has to pay for the cheese doodles. If you are unsatisfied with your current job, investigate your options. Before leaving your work sector today, the moon will not only spend its final hours aligned with Pluto for one last time before he leaves, but will form a friendly aspect to Uranus in your income sector. On the one hand, this is making this a good day on the income and job fronts, while on the other hand, this is a window into some big developments on both fronts next week, with a sense of change in the air. At the same time, as the moon returns for its last visit to your relationship sector before Pluto returns, there is pushback from Mars when it comes to balancing your own needs with those of your relationships. As the moon returns to your relationship sector today, it will almost immediately find itself in the wrong place at the right time. A clash with Mars, still in his early days in Cancer, might push some buttons, but just as your own and your relationship needs clash, the moon's friendly aspect to the south node in your communication sector will be a chance to give anything this might flush out a voice. Daily Planetary Overview. If recent changes have made your goals feel a bit harder to reach, take a deep breath and give yourself a moment to regroup. Setbacks aren't always negative. They often give us space to reevaluate and refine our approach. Take this time to think about any adjustments you could make to overcome the new challenges, knowing that they're ultimately helping you grow. Have you ever set a goal that felt just out of reach, only to find a new way to make it happen? If so, then you know that setbacks can sometimes be blessings in disguise, leading to outcomes even better than you planned. This is a great reminder to stay optimistic and see any obstacles as steps along the way. If you're feeling the urge to shake things up and expand your horizons, consider signing up for a new class or activity. Not only will this enrich your knowledge, but it will also introduce you to like-minded people who could become long-term friends. There's something about learning alongside others that brings a special bond, whether it's a cooking class, a fitness group, or a creative workshop. Have you ever tried something new that ended up introducing you to great people? Think of today as the perfect time to dive into something unfamiliar and see where it leads. Physically, you might feel an extra boost of vitality, and today's energy is urging you to channel that into your well-being. Whether it's following a regular fitness routine, paying attention to your diet, or finding new ways to stay active, small steps towards health can go a long way. Maybe you've been meaning to get back into a workout groove or pick up an old hobby like cycling or yoga. Why not start today? If you've ever felt the mental clarity that comes after a good workout, you know how powerful these changes can be. Consider pumping up those bike tires, taking a walk in the park, or simply enjoying the fresh air while moving your body. You might find that certain challenges, ones that have been quietly building in the background, are now front and center. Maybe it's something you've put off, hoping it would resolve itself, but now it's demanding your attention. Rather than feeling overwhelmed, think of this as the universe giving you a gentle nudge to finally tackle these issues. Approaching them now can prevent them from snowballing and help you feel more in control. Have you ever had a moment where facing a challenge head-on made everything feel more manageable? Think of today as one of those moments. It's your chance to clear the air and move forward with confidence. Remember, sometimes the solutions are simpler than they seem, and tackling these issues can actually create a sense of relief and accomplishment. If you're working on long-term goals, summon the courage to keep going, and don't hesitate to share your enthusiasm with others. You may find that friends, family, or even co-workers are drawn to your energy and ready to support your dreams. Have you ever noticed how infectious excitement can be? Your dedication might even inspire those around you to pursue their goals with equal vigor. Embrace this positive momentum and let it fuel your progress. Sometimes, the encouragement of others can be just what we need to take those big steps. On the financial front, you might feel a slight pull to treat yourself today, and that's okay as long as it's within reason. Go ahead and make a small purchase if there's something you've had your eye on. It doesn't have to be extravagant to bring joy. Have you ever found that a small treat brightened your day? If so, remember that today's little indulgences can be satisfying when they align with your goals and budget. If you're considering more significant investments, make sure to seek out solid advice. A little strategic planning can go a long way, helping you feel confident about your financial decisions. Overall, today's energy is about balance between work and play, new challenges, and fresh opportunities. Don't let the demands of the day keep you from doing something enjoyable or rewarding. It's a good day to take a little time for yourself, to check in with your health, and to look for small ways to connect with others. Have you ever noticed how a balanced approach makes everything feel easier? If you take one step at a time and make choices that align with your values, today can feel both fulfilling and grounded. Let's embrace the journey and look forward to the connections, insights, and positivity it brings. What part of today's energy resonates with you the most? Feel free to share your thoughts or even your plans for tackling the day ahead. Here's to a day of honest conversations, meaningful connections, and plenty of small victories.